Hey girlies and guys, it's Sydney. And in today's video, we are going to be taking these out and having a little chit chat, a little story time, a little cool time. Don't mind my background, my bed is not made. This is the real. Those other noises are my TV and my fan. Let's turn those down. Actually, you know, let's pause because it's my reality show and I love watching me on reality show. But how have y'all been doing? Like, I have been good. I have been actually like in a really good place. I'm ready for prom, graduation. Stay tuned for next weekend. Next weekend's video is finna be lit. Like, it's finna be prom get ready with me / vlog. We finna be lit. Like, just wait. Like, you know, this video is just kind of like a what to prepare for kind of thing. I am gonna miss my hair, like, on another note. Like, these were actually really good. I don't really trust everybody with my hair. Whoa. Don't look at my armpit. But yeah, I just decided to set up for y'all and do a little video because why not? I haven't posted since my weekly vlog during spring break, and it's time. Right now, you know, the only supplies I'm gonna need is this bag that already got trash in it and my Skittles. And I got 2 hair ties. I don't know how to take these out at all, y'all. I don't know how to take these out at all, y'all. So we're just gonna learn as we go. Okay. I got my little, you know, granny set on. I mean, it's really just one of them bodycon dresses, but I'll be wearing them around the house. So yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's do it. Okay, so before I start, first of all, I need to scoot up because I need the mirror. I can't just take out my hair using the camera because that's not really gonna work for me. Like, we finna be kind of down bad if I just use my my camera to see like what I'm doing. I think I want to part it in sections. I feel like, and the reason I'm taking my hair out this week is because I literally have appointments booked up next week. Like, next week is gonna be so hectic. I don't have time to even think about like when I could take this hair out. Like, see, I just still done from like the day. Like oh, like wait. Like wait. Okay, but yeah, I think we're gonna start with this small section. Bruh. And literally every video that I've watched on YouTube, like, it just looks so complicated and everybody literally always has somebody else taking out their hair. Okay. It's gonna be a fail. It's gonna have a bob cut by the time I'm done. Actually, I already have a bob cut. It's kind of like almost cut. Why is it so hot in here? And now that I look legitimately crazy, let's get started. Okay, so some of my hair actually is like already like separating. Like, you can see the braid. We're just gonna take this piece and tie it again. Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing, but you know, it's gonna have to get taken out one way or another, and I've been kind of ready to take it out. So yeah, I'm just gonna all right, so I'm gonna look at my mirror because I actually don't want to mess this up. Like, I don't want to be bald headed at the end of the day. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just cut like right at my chest. Why am I scared? But then like, I'm like, let me not play myself, because girl, you know your hair ain't grow that long in a month. I wish my hair did. Like, I wish my hair grew so fast. I'm gonna have to vacuum my floor. Ew. Okay, so like, I wish I could just pull it. Like, how do you take these out? I'm finna cry. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I gotta figure out how to take these out because I just don't. I don't know. So when I figure out, I'm gonna come back, you know, to y'all, and then we're gonna get started with this, you know, chit chat / story time. Be right back. Alright, y'all. So I'm back. As y'all can see, I have slowly started to take my hair out. By the end of this video, this is one half. I should be done with hopefully the other half. It has literally, like, I almost cried because, like, I was trying to do what the YouTube videos were telling me and the YouTube videos weren't YouTubing. So yeah, but you know, I've managed to get, I think this is maybe like 4 done, and it's taken me maybe like 10 minutes, but I was also watching TV and I'm not very good at multitasking, so this video is probably gonna make me go just a little bit slower, but I'm not in a big rush because I picked today to do it. Yeah, so let's get on with the story time. Today the story time will be about how I I don't know why I just paused like that. Today's story time is gonna be about how I almost got jumped. That just sounds so sad. Like, like, girl, what you mean you almost got jumped? But like, y'all, I promise y'all, I am finna graduate. I am a senior at high school, and this was not in high school at all. This was actually in 6th grade. I don't know if I want to start a series. Like, comment down below if you want me to start like Sydney's childhood chronicles, because it was kind of crazy. I mean, like, my childhood wasn't that crazy, but like, I got myself into a lot of stuff because I was trying to be about that life, and I wasn't really about that life, and was just trying to fit in with all the wrong people. I know they're the wrong people now, but back then, you know, I was just trying to be that girl, and I wasn't giving that girl. So yeah, I'm looking over here because I have my little wall mirror on this side, and I kind of like moved it, so I'm probably gonna be like pivoting back and forth because the method I'm using is just like untwisting it and then just kind of like separating it, and then once I find my hair, I've kind of just been cutting it down, like, you know, piece by piece, slowly. Most likely when I push it, as you can see, like, that's my real hair. It just shows, like, I can't wait to wash my hair. Like, I have a tea tree mask and everything. Like, I just can't, like, that's how you know I'm ready. Like, a hair mask is needed, oil treatment is needed. Like, my hair has been like this since April 8th, and today is like May the 12th. Yeah, but we're just gonna go ahead and get in. I'm gonna start rambling. This is my first story time, so we're gonna try our best. Story times in the future are obviously going to be good, but this first story time may be like seem like it's going everywhere. Okay, let's give everybody in this story time a name. Obviously, I'm gonna be named Sydney because I'm the real OG. I'm feeling like I want to cut this part. Like, honestly, like I said, if I give myself a bob cut, it's okay. It's okay. I don't really care. We're going to give everybody in the story a name. I'm going to be Sydney. Honestly, I really don't care about these people. So, like, might just use their real name. And if they ever find me one day, hey, girl, how you doing? Like, you know, I mean, yeah. We're going to name one of the girls Maya. We're gonna name one of the girls Maya. We're gonna name her Maya because her name started with M. And she just looked like a Maya to me, like she always did. But she had like a really ghetto name. Mind you, the setting of this story time is in a kind of ghetto neighborhood. When I was younger, like my elementary school years, I went from suburbs from like K through 5 to the ghetto. Well, not K through 5, but like I moved around 757 a lot, and if you know what 757 is, it's like the Hampton Roads area. I moved around that place a lot. This took place in Chesapeake, like the trenches of Chesapeake. Mind you, I am a suburban girl. Everybody used to tell me in my childhood that I sounded white. So going to this neighborhood, it was kind of just like, I was always different, but I tried to do so much to fit in. My piece of hair. I'm finna cut really delicately. And I did too much to fit in. Like, now if I look back, I'm just like, girl, you're doing too much. But one of the best friends, her name is gonna be Maya. She is skinny and short. So let's just imagine a girl that is maybe 5 feet tall exactly, but you know, very skinny. Let's say her shoe size is like a 4, because you know, girls that short always have like a weird shoe size. They'd be like, you'd be like, what's your shoe size? Oh, I wear a size 3. What? Anyways. But yeah, one of the best friends, her name was Maya. And let's call the other girl, what's the name? Y'all give me a name. I don't really have a name. Actually, I don't even remember her name. Her name, I know her name for sure started with a Z. So I'm just gonna call her Z. One of the best friend name is Z. Other best friend was Maya. And then it was me. And then, you know, you just have like all the other baby kids in the neighborhood. And they're just gonna be named the Bebe's kids for the sake of not having a whole bunch of people in this story time to mix myself up, basically. But yeah, these are the people in the story. And you know, you have the school staff. And then we're gonna go ahead and get started. Took place in Chesapeake. Let's say one basic day. My mom, I was very typically independent, so my mom definitely was always leaving the house around 6 to leave for work. I left around 7, so you know, I knew how to take care of myself at a young age, basically. Normal day, leaving out. Mind you, prior, let's go back just a little bit, like before the day actually came that I was finna get jumped. These girls, and this is why you shouldn't get caught up in some drama that you have no business being in. Like, I had no business being in these two best friend dramas. Mind you, Z, you know, the girl Z, she was a heavy set but taller girl, about my height. And around that time, I was maybe like 5'5". So I was like tall for everybody else in my grade. So, because it's the fact that this is all my hair, and then it comes all the way down and then does not want to come down. So I'm gonna just cut it. But I was very tall for like a person in my grade. Now I'm actually short, because once I got to high school, I was like, oh, so y'all just want to be giants now. And now I'm just over here looking like a troll. Okay. But yeah, so they had backed up drama, and the drama literally was because both of them played basketball, and each of them felt some type of way because they wanted a spot on the basketball team, and supposedly one of the girls got it and one of the girls didn't. I was, you know, like cool associates with both of them. So, you know, like when 2 girls fall out on each other, like in a 3-girl group, if that makes sense, it's kind of like tension. So, you know, it's like I pick sides, basically. Now I know not to pick sides. Now I just know how to leave the drama where it is. But I pick sides, basically. And when I pick sides, let's just say this is where it all started. So I started hanging around, you know, both of them back to back, kind of just like, not eavesdropping, but not being like a great middleman. Like, you know, trying to be friends to them both and end up like getting caught up in their drama and just not really being a great person. Like, I don't know, like I was messy when I was younger. Oh, period. Like, hair kind of grew. Not really. Not all the weave. Anyways, I'm gonna just okay, next one. Next. All right, but not really being like a good middleman. So, you know, I'm kind of just like minding my business, not really thinking anything of it, being friends to both of them. And little to my notice, both of them are starting to slowly talk to each other. Mind you, y'all, I am just over here like, if one girl was like, yeah, you know, blah blah blah, like I don't really talk to her anymore like that, yeah, they'll tell me that I'm hanging out with the other best friend, and they're like, well, yeah, you know, I just feel like blah blah blah, and I would go back and just like tell each other what they were saying about each other. Like, I was so messy. Like, I was just like now I look back, I just ashamed. It's like, you know, nobody should ever feel like they're finna get jumped, but like now I look back, I'm like, you kind of deserve that, because what is you doing? Like, you over here supposed to be going to school, and you over here caught up in some, you know, best friend, like toxic best friend drama. But I'm over here just being like the messenger slash like not really a great friend, just going back and forth telling each other like, yeah, she said this about you, girl. She said you were ugly, and she said you were big. Like, what? And then Maya would talk, man, and she said you weren't gonna make the basketball team. No way. Like, I mean, that's just what I heard. Getting caught up in stuff I wasn't supposed to get caught up in. Mind you, my mom did not play that. Like, I don't know why I was, first of all, and around this time, my grades were like horrible. I was not that honor roll girl. I was that girl who was always trying to keep up with the trends, but then, you know, grades was slipping, was just starting to learn like liking boys and all of that year. So I'm over here just like doing everything I was not supposed to be doing. Mind you, I said before, you know, my mom left early and would come home late. So I kind of like maneuver my schedule around that and really learn how to be sneaky, basically. So in my childhood, it's just kind of like, okay, Sydney, so like we know what time you on, you know, that's like what that's giving. But this probably goes on for about 4 days. 4 days this goes on, and this is when Kick was like a big thing. You know, if you remember Kick was the thing. Kick was like, I was really late on Kick now that I think about it, but like Kick was the thing. And they over here like, you know, we just normal, whatever. And the day before the day actually happened of me about to get jumped, I didn't know this, but they were slowly like starting to become friends again. So me not knowing that, me still playing this like fake friend role, they were still becoming friends, like slowly becoming friends. And I'm just like, you know, being mad, oblivious, and not really like seeing it coming. So I'm just like, you know, whatever. And I get called to the guidance counselor in the middle of math or science class. I mean, that was like so long ago, like I don't remember, but in between math or science class, I get called into the office. I'm like, Lord, have mercy, help me, Jesus, what is this? Because like, you know, walking into the principal and you're not getting out of school early is like, okay, this could be like good, like I just need to pick up something, or bad. Because why do I look like Cindy Lou Who, like with this? Like, and if anybody tried to joke in the comments, like, you notice how you look when you taking your hair out. You notice how you look. But but I got called to the office, and I'm just like, okay, if it's some dumb stuff, like nothing is worth getting in trouble with my mom over. So I'm gonna spill all the beans. And that's really where I messed up at. First of all, I messed up getting into some toxic drama anyways when I was supposed to be worried about them textbook and that schoolwork. And then I go to the office and, you know, I'm sitting in there contemplating my whole life choices, contemplating like, what am I going to tell my mom if it's like some dumb stuff that happened, all that. So I get into the office and, you know, guidance counselor. Actually, me and the guidance counselor were mad cool because like, other story times coming about all my other storytime chronicles, like why we were so cool, because I was always in there. But yeah, and I'm just sitting in there, and then I see the other two girls in there. All right. thought this was a solo session. Okay, cool. But I'm gonna take all of this hair and put it in this bag. Oh, not my hair falling on the floor. But this is what I have this bag for. It's literally like a whole bunch of cut hair in my lap right now. Like, I'm literally gonna have to vacuum when I'm done taking his hair out. But anyways, what was I saying? Got to guidance counselor, both of them in there. I was like, oh, okay. So this is an ambush. That's what it's giving. It was giving top secret, not gonna tell Sydney that like both of y'all people was in here. I'm trying to work on my cussing, y'all. I'm trying to be, you know, a better person. But I walk in there, I'm just like, oh, okay, the ops in here. Oh, why? Not two of them in the same setting. I thought y'all weren't cool no more. What y'all know? What y'all in the guidance council for? Not even office. Principal's office is like, oh, they had an altercation in class kind of thing. Oh, they were finna fight. Guidance counselor is like, what we need to talk about our mental health for? What do we need to have a sit down for? You know, it's not really giving that. And I wasn't trying to give that. I was trying to give, you know, be incognito, like talk my mess, but really get to go home freely afterwards, not knowing what I was getting into. And yeah, I was kind of like, so I don't like this. So what is this about? Of course, I didn't say none of that out loud though, because I was kind of like the antisocial type, you know, like I said, all bark, no bite. So I'm sitting there, I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. So, okay, because where is my real hair? Oh, I see y'all. So I'm sitting there and she starts talking. Mind you, my guidance counselor is real nice, real cool. She's like, I want to say she was definitely in her 30s. We had a really nice guidance counselor, you know, nice black lady. She had like a pixie cut. I can't remember if she had glasses or not, but I'm literally just going off of my imagination, like of what I remember. But yeah, we're just gonna say like she pixie cut, real cute, real 30s, you know, got some cute glasses on, you know, got a nice little respectable outfit. And she kind of starts, she's like, you know, hey, there's just been a lot of tension and I just want to hash it out. There was almost an altercation today and I just want to talk about it. So they start talking and they're just like where the drama basically all started. And I'm just like sitting there because I'm like, well, why am I in here? Y'all over here hashing out y'all problems. This ain't got nothing to do with me. I was just a messenger. I was just a middleman. I was just the snitch. But you know, got nothing to do with me. So they start talking about their stuff. I'm just like, okay, this doesn't really have anything to do with me. So I'm gonna just like be quiet. And maybe, you know, she made a mistake. Maybe she called the wrong girl down here. And she'll let me go. So I'm sitting there and then, you know, once they leave, I'm still in there. Like she's like sitting, you know, like stay back. So they like resolved any issues that they had toward each other. I'm over there like, okay, cool. You know, like now I don't have to feel weird no more. They leave. She told me to stay. Why? like, what you mean stay? What you mean stay? She tells me to stay. I'm just like, So I stay, and she's just like, so Sydney, what do you know, how do you know these girls? What do you have to do with this whole situation? Mind you, the whole situation, the reason they got called in is because basically, you know, Z was talking about fighting Maya, you know, because the beef was going on for too long. So she was just like, you know what, we live in the same neighborhood. If you want to fight, you want to fight. Because, you know, this is how they hash out their business. So they're just like ready to fight. And I'm just like, oh, I didn't even know that. You know, I did. I definitely didn't know that. But I was like, it's none of my business. I'm over here egging both of them on. Like, Maya not finna get real beat up. Yeah. Let me stop playing before I get beat up. Foreshadowing. No, so I'm just like, you know, oh, like really playing the innocent role, like really playing like the I don't care about none of y'all. I just don't want you to call my mom. So I'm just like, man, this don't got nothing to do with me. So I'm just kind of like trying to act like I really wasn't egging both of their heads up. And when she told me to like basically spill all the beans, I definitely spilled all of the beans, all of the tips, all of the tricks, everything that they were doing, like, you know, to be funny towards each other, what they were saying about each other, just telling everything. Like, if you told me a secret, gave me the lock and the key, I was giving her the key. It was just really not, it was not great. So I'm telling you, I'm like, yeah, they were saying this and this about each other. This is how it started. Yes, I heard that they were gonna fight, this and this. She said that she was gonna, you know, beat her up after class during, like, just let's just say a random block, because, you know, like I said, I don't remember the actual subject, but I do know everything was like between school. Like, she said she wanted to beat her up after English block. She said she was gonna do this to her. She said this about her mom. I'm telling everything. I'm just like, now I look back, what was I thinking? Why would I do this? Why would I do this? And she's just like, oh, okay. So, you know, she's mad nice to me. I think I'm in the clear, because she's just kind of like, okay, you know, thank you for telling me your part in it. You can go ahead back to class, whatever. She didn't even pick up that phone. She was talking mad nice. I was like, okay, cool. She didn't call my mom. I'm like, I thought I was a winner. I thought I was big dog. I thought, you know, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna act like this never happened. I'm gonna go home, eat dinner with my mom, and we gonna have fun and watch a movie, you know. So I was definitely wrong, definitely mistaken. Yeah. So I didn't know that, you know, I was just taking my lap of triumph at the moment, but like, I didn't know that my whole life was gonna come crumbling down. It won't that bad. Let me stop being like overly dramatic. So later that day on the bus, mind you, I went back to class, so I did not know of the things that transpired. But later that day on the bus, and if you know anything about elementary school buses, kids that sat in the back was just lit. They were just the best kids ever. Like, you just felt like a superhero. Like, if somebody let you sit beside them, like on the bus in the back, like, do you know how much bus clout you have? You just that girl. Like, hey, come sit with us. So I sat in the front that day because I was just like, you know, not really feeling it, ready to go home. You know, I sat with the nerds up front. I was like, okay, fine, whatever. So I'm sitting there, blah, blah, blah. They were in the back, and then they started moving slowly up to the front where their, you know, like, guy friends were sitting like in the middle. So I can kind of like hear them. So they basically were talking about how they got called back into the guidance counselor, and from everything that I told her about, you know, the backstory of the fight and the truth and all that stuff, because most likely what they were saying was like them trying to cover themselves up. So I was telling them truth, basically was snitching on themselves. Mind you, if they were like not being friends to each other at the time, they wouldn't care. Like, they wouldn't even be talking to each other, so it wouldn't have mattered. But, you know, all of a sudden they have formed their little alliance again. So it's like, oh, you thought we was gonna let you slide? No. So they're talking about it. They're like, yeah, she was saying this and this, like, and we got called to the guidance counselor again, and we found out that she was telling the guidance counselor this and this, like, really snitching on us, honestly. Like, wow, that's so crazy. Like, we're finna beat her up. We're finna do this. We're finna do that. Like, we know where she lives. Talking about me. What was that again? So instantly when I overheard it, like eavesdropping it, I instantly got anxiety. Because I was like I said, I'm not about that life. I was just playing. Like, why are you finna do this? I didn't do nothing. Wrong. I'm sorry. Like, instantly got something on my nose. Instantly got scared, and I was just like, wow. So like this is the beginning of the bus ride, y'all. And they're talking about it the whole time. Like, just imagine being a kid and you knew you snitched to cover your own self up, and now they have formed their little alliance again, and like they're literally talking about jumping you, like in the back, like you can overhear it. A person who's really not about that life cannot fight for real. Like I don't know where my mind was. It definitely wasn't in a smart place. So whole bus ride I was scared. Mind you, I do remember some part of that bus ride, they like literally tried to instill fear because they were like calling my name. They're like, when you get off this bus, you better run because we gonna do this. Say less, say no more. You know I'm fast? Speedy Gonzales. Speedy Gonzales. Like, listen, I was never fast, but I was fast that day. When we stopped the bus, when I tell you I was the first person off the bus, like, first person off the bus. And the way my neighborhood is set up, was set up, because I don't live there anymore. But the way my neighborhood, I moved back to the suburbs. But the way my neighborhood was set up, it was like my townhouse was right here. And the bus stop was like right here. So I used to just take like a shortcut like on the sidewalk, and it like came to an opening in my townhouse instead of like going all around the neighborhood and then taking the long way to my townhouse. So I took the shortcut, and they knew I took the shortcut because it was near the street, like you could see it. So as I'm walking like slow at first because they haven't got off the bus yet, then I see them and hear them getting off the bus. So I'm like, okay, let me go a little bit faster. So I'm walking fast. I turn behind me and they're just talking, and they're like, yeah, B, we gonna be. Yo, AI says, do you better not come outside tomorrow because we gonna beat you up. Mind you, they told me they were talking about how they were gonna like jump me once I got off the bus. Didn't do it, but I was still scared because they were literally like yelling from the bus stop until I, was walking. I honestly feel like it was the grace of God that stopped them from beating me up. Like, to this day, might have had a scar on my face. Like, to this day. Like, but to this day, I really feel like it was the grace of God. Like, because it was crazy. Like, I lived in a crazy neighborhood. Like, I've seen somebody, get shot in front of my house before. Like, that's how crazy that neighborhood was. It was just not really a great environment. But we did what we had to do. And when it was time to grind and get up out of that neighborhood, me and my mom left as fast as we could. Okay? Period. You do what you got to do. Why is this a knot right here? Like, be so for real. Like, why is this a knot? I'm finna cry because it's like stuck on my head. But anyways, after that, the next day, literally, I didn't tell my mom, of course, because then she gonna be like, well, you should never been in that drama. Anyways, you know how black moms are, like, blame you, like, mom, this is traumatizing, like, blame them. Go find their parents. Why you yelling at me? I ain't gonna say I ain't do nothing, but like, not to the point where you should be screaming at me like that. So I was like, yeah, I ain't gonna tell my mom because I just know how this is gonna go. We're just gonna have to. There you go. Period. It is what it is. I'm getting my ends cut before I get my hair done on prom. Anyways, so it's alright. Just a little bit dead ends, forgot. But the next day, I literally was scared to go to the bus stop in the morning. And I was like standing behind a tree. So pathetic. So pathetic. I was standing behind a tree and was kind of just like, yes, I'm gonna just stand here. And they tried to get me this morning. That's just it. Like, I'm just gonna say my goodbyes and I'm just gonna be homeschooled forever. But, standing behind a tree, and then another girl that knew me in the neighborhood, she was kind of just like, Sydney, what are you doing? And I'm just like standing behind this tree, and she's just like, girl, get from back there. Like, what are you doing? Like, you just look like you real scared now. I'm like, I am real scared. But, honestly, either they didn't come that day, because I don't know. Like, they were at the bus stop that morning, and then, you know, when I saw them at school, they didn't do anything. So I mean, they was all talking. They was all talk too. Like, you know, I've seen them in other fights, but like, they just never did anything to me after that day. And then we like slowly became associates again. Like, it's so bad. Like, not the girls trying to literally jump you, Sydney, and then you become friends again with them. Like, I was just so like, I did not have no standards, did not have no like sense of loyalty. I don't know, man. I just was not really giving in my younger years. I don't think I learned like actual friendship until last year. Like, beginning of last year. Because, you know, my sophomore year, we had COVID. So I was just like, well, that's just it. You know, like, social skills thrown out the window. Don't really need those because I went completely to school virtually. I'm finna cut right here because I see a little bit of my actual hair there. So, yeah. But, yeah. Moral of the story was, we all was scary. None of us was about that life. But it also taught me to, I had to learn that lesson very late in the game, but it also taught me, you know, choosing friends wisely. Now, you know, definitely pray for discernment. Definitely pray for discernment. Definitely send, you know, ask God to bring people in my life, because your circle is very important. You know, Jesus had the 12 disciples, and then when he passed, they became apostles. So, if you don't think your circle is important, I mean, even though Judas betrayed him, but that was all part of the plan. You know, he had the platform, but he didn't play. That was all part of the plan, you know, in some way, because, I mean, technically, if Judas didn't betray Jesus, then, yeah. But, you know, I don't know where I was going with that, but, yeah. Your circle is very important. You know, that's definitely the moral of the story. And also, just don't get into drama, girls drama, period. Like, you know, as long as they're not literally bringing you into it, don't put yourself in it. Like, don't put your whole self into the drama, because it's not, like, needed at all, you know. Don't, if you feel like you have to do all that stuff just to get their attention or fit in, then they're not meant to be your real friends anyways, because you shouldn't feel like you have to grasp somebody's attention that's really trying to be, you know, your friend for the long term. So that's definitely what I've been learning still. Like, finna be out here in this world being, you know, finna be grown, being actually independent, and still, you know, learning that. So yeah, I'm probably gonna come to y'all when I'm at least halfway done, or, you know, something. It's making some progress. I'm probably gonna come to y'all once I'm halfway done, and then see what's popping, what's popping. So yeah. All right, y'all. So as y'all can see, my hair is finished. It has actually been like a week since I recorded that story time, but it's okay because we're making moves and I'm gonna do better. But yeah, I just really wanted to come back to y'all, and yeah, this is what my natural hair looks like. Already ready to get my hair done again, but I'm getting my hair done on Saturday. Today it is Thursday, and yeah, just y'all stay tuned for that, because I'm just so excited, and a special event is coming up. If y'all were listening to story time, y'all will know what it is. But there's gonna be a vlog, and I'm so ready and I'm so excited, and just bigger and better things are coming. Y'all bear with me with the editing. I know it's not, you know, the best, but everybody starts from somewhere. So I love, love, love y'all, everybody who is supporting me right now. And when I get a following, I'm just gonna be like looking back, and I'm gonna be like, y'all my day ones. So really just love that. And stay tuned for more. Bye.